against it because you're running away from people on it.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Brady to throw on second down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. First catch for the All-Pro Gronk. And a first down. So those are the numbers for Gronk in last week's outing. 4 catches, 76 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at his draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, it all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits 000. And time is up on the first quarter. 7-all is the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Shotgun now for Brady. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball first down in this situation.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And, you know, he may not have the franchise tag, but I bet they're relieved to have that deal done, keep him around.
And he's a good guy, a valuable player to them, and they wanted to make sure they had him around. Good team chemistry, always hard to find. And when you've got it, you don't want to let it get away.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Dorsett on the return.
3
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Patriots take over. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. A big-time run there by Sony Michel. 43 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Braxton Berrios with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Extra point try for Gostkowski. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And it's now 21-7. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin here with Blount. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask.
Personal
Certainly
foul.
looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the
First down.
conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Caught by Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. So after the INT, it's Brady. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And, look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A gain of 32 that time. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now Brady again. And this is caught. It's Edelman. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
One thing I can say is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Eluding it. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So now on 4th down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. This will be, 38 yards out. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now blown. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. Nearly a huge return. As it is, still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. Brady going to throw. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Brady now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Braxton Berrios in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. A big play there for New England. 63 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
He'll get it up the middle, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Brady, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Christian Jones coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Brady now on 3rd and goal. Dance, and he's going to go down again. Oh, Tom Brady still down on the ground. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground here with Blunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to throw, Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a carry from Blow. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out come the Patriots. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big play there for New England. 44 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Flush to his right. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield.
So the Patriots coming out now. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A big-time run there by Sony Michel, 49 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Kaiser. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Braxton Berrios from 4 yards out. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading His team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. To throw, Kaiser. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run it. This is Michel. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. He's going to look deep down the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. And this, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Equanimous St. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And that is incomplete here.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Stafford on 3rd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he had a nifty little deke juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player or broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
as the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it? And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ziggy Ansah. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Patriots send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. Here's a look at Golden Tate as he heads back onto the field now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford looking sideline, incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 30 yards there. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. When we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And Jones has it over the middle. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So they went 2 yards in the wrong direction on the last pass play, and now it's 3rd and 12. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Let's go! Brad, hunt!
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Pats, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.